All the talk this year and all the media headlines have been dominated by inflation, interest rates, and the price of real estate. What is going on? Lately, into the conversation has been kind of the increase in rental rates. Rents have just gone through the roof right across the GTA. City core experiencing people coming back into the city. But even those suburban markets, affordability is really being hit. So those would be home buyers are opting to rent instead, putting more tenants into the market. We have seen rental rates really increase right across the GTA as well. And today I want to take a look at Durham Region, exactly what has happened with prices in the past little bit when it comes to resale and how I'm relating that to what is happening on the rental side of things as well. If you're getting value out of these Durham Region kind of stats videos that I put out every single week, all I ask you to do is hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel, and please turn notifications on. I want to reach more people just like you, spread this information with as many people as possible. And if you want to chat about the market, if you want to chat about your home, your neighborhood, your town, any of those things, I have a link in the description of this video below where you can book a call with me to chat all things real estate and more. This is the summary of what has happened with freehold median prices in Durham Region going back to September 2017. So you can see it didn't quite triple in values in the last just shy of 5 years, but more than doubled from this 560,000 to 1.3 million that we saw in February, followed by a rapid decline. So to note here is that prices peaked in February. They have since kind of leveled off a bit. I think that further rate increases will put some more downward pressure on these prices because of affordability. But let's take a look at when new listings reacted, the number of new listings hitting market reacted to the change in prices. It took just a little bit longer for new listings to react. So new listings actually peaked in March, but the drop off in new listings hitting the market each month wasn't as rapid as the price declines. And that's because, some of these sellers, they needed to sell, they were canceling and relisting their properties. So these numbers are a little bit inflated, but also other sellers jumping into the market trying to capitalize on the prices that we are seeing in January and February of this year. Now, as a seller, you're either selling to test the market, you're selling to go into a rental property, you're selling to upsize or downsize. There's so many different reasons that people do sell their homes. One trend that we've seen emerge, though, is that people who are unable to sell their homes, that maybe need to sell their homes, they've opted to move in with a family member. Maybe they've already purchased, so they're going to try and rent their primary residence out or their old home out for a little bit of time to kind of wait out the market and then try to sell again in the next spring. And this next graph kind of shows you maybe why they're thinking like that, at least in Durham Region. Here's what happened with median rental prices for freehold properties in Durham Region. And it's this jump that I want you to focus on here, kind of the beginning to middle of 2021. This is when we saw rentals start to recover in the city core as well. But you can see that the rents jumped, $4,000, close to $5,000 in this case. They didn't quite plateau. They peaked, I would say, though, in May, June of this year. The median price point of a rental freehold property in Durham Region in June was about $2,900 per month. Now, remember how I said that prices peaked before new listings peaked on the resale side? This next chart that I want to show you will kind of hammer home why I believe that we will see rental prices start to come down in the near term. That is because we are seeing an unprecedented amount of new lease listings hit the market on a monthly basis in Durham Region. This gray line is the average over this time for new leases per month, and that's at around 290. As of August 2022, we are up to, this is over 660 new lease listings that we saw hit the market. You can see that it's starting to crest a little bit. The rate of increase wasn't as much from June or July to August as it was from June to July. And early numbers indicate that there's actually a bit of a fall off in September. So if it holds true that prices peak just before listings peak, if we know that prices peaked in June and listings are starting to roll over, maybe that is the peak and prices will start to come down. If you look at this from a supply demand side, this flood of inventory is going to give potential tenants more to choose from, more options. Landlords will need to make some concessions on monthly prices if they need to or want to rent their places out. And I would say that most landlords don't have the luxury of just taking their home off the market to wait for rents to increase. It's not like the seller who is mortgage free, who's just testing the market to see if they can get the sales numbers from the beginning of the year. Landlords should be investors at least. They need to have tenants in to be paying bills, to cash flow as much as possible, even if it is at a loss, but they can't really afford to have their place vacant for a long period of time. And sure, the number of leased properties is still increasing. This, is a function of affordability being crushed by the Bank of Canada as well. So the one saving thing for landlords may be that this rate of properties being leased continues to increase. But again, early indications for the September numbers say that that is also crested and is starting to reverse trend. We didn't do as many lease deals in September 2022 as we did in August 22, at least in Durham region on the freehold side. And just to reiterate, here's exactly why so many people are opting to rent right now instead of buy. $792,000 is the median price point for a freehold townhome in Durham region right now, right across Durham region. So with 20% down, amortized over 30 years at the 5.24% fixed rate, that is TD's posted fixed rate right now as per ratehub.ca, you're looking at a total monthly mortgage payment of $3,474. So just in mortgage payments alone versus what it would cost to rent something similar, you're talking at least $700 more per month just on the mortgage side of things. That's not including the taxes that you would have to pay as an owner, as well as other sunk costs that you wouldn't have to worry about as a tenant. So that is my recap on what is happening in the Durham region freehold rental market right now. The big story is that there's just this flood of new listings hitting the market, which could mean opportunity for tenants in the near future. Let me know what you think. What am I missing? What factors are going to hold these rental rates up? Do you see them coming down in the near future as well? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for sticking around to watch this video with me today. Until we speak again next time, stay safe and cheers.